Good evening. In this video, I'm going to talk about the different cultures and aspects regarding the different manifestations and beliefs throughout a historical background and rendering the current perception that cultural awareness must have in order to understand and deal with these diverse expressions. In addition, it's truly important to mention that due to globalization, the world is in constant communication. Although it's more important to know the huge behavioral differences when reading, speaking, and doing business, etc. And nowadays, people create misunderstandings by knowing only one reality. That's why many of these misunderstandings can turn into political discussion or even worse wars. From this comes the importance of taking into account misinterpretations as a cause of lack of awareness. Um, cultures, culture is an aspect that must be understood in a aware way concerning the existence of other cultures involving values, beliefs, and perceptions, as well as having the willingness to understand them. First of all, I'm going to define what culture is according to my perception of being part of culture, of a culture. Mm, culture is the set of knowledge in the relation to the ways of life and customs, religion, arts, science. It might be um, symbolized as an important aspect of identity that every community has in their own culture, which is shared and learned by others because in this way we interact and pass through our behaviors, attitudes, and experiences. Since our early times of existence, humans have been able to express what they see or feel through many different manifestations. At feasible proof is, for instance, cave paintings, which are considered the first sociocultural manifestations when painting the animals and hunts. Uh, on the other hand, man started giving powerful attribution to supreme beings or gods to what it was unexplained. From these aspects appear some manifestations like sacrifices and offers. And later on, some communities such as Greek and Roman expressed their cultures at a high level regarding in their evolution some manifestation of art, leadership, or philosophy, math, and science. Stood out, allowing them to develop a strong ideology of big empires. Nowadays, some cultures like mm, like Muslims are considered very extremist because of the type of custom they have. One of these threats is, for example, that women's rights are worthless and battered, even murdered. Women don't have any rights. They can opine or speak someone different from their husband, and the family forced them to get married any man. Besides, they have to wear a burqa, which is a mandatory clothing covering them from head to feet. This maybe it's what we consider an unheard culture because most of humans' rights are being exploited by a sexist cultural belief. In terms of diversity, this is something appropriate for themselves because they were born in this type of sociocultural environment. And men never greet by shaking hands. This doesn't mean they are rude people, but they consider it as important as sacred the use of their hands. Similarly, Hindu women have their marriage arranged by their families, and the red point on their foreheads represent the blood, the color of life and energy. And men wear turban and have usually theirs, but the biggest problem met in India is hunger. Despite they raise cattle, they don't eat it because they consider it sacred. A national and cultural community is the Arhuacos, Indian who settled in northern part of Colombia and whose customs are being changed by the modern world. Anyway, most of them follow their tradition as part of their identity. And a polemic aspect of their custom is the growth of coca. Due to external individuals use it with a different purpose, but Arhuacos use it to communicate with their gods. And generally, in the modern world we are living in, we are going to have the chance to find and meet other cultures with a great variety of manifestation as an ancient tradition, such as Japanese, who consider this respectful to look straight into their eyes. Another culture is British British people, um, who are very punctual on appointments, are Muslims who never greet by shaking hands, as well as Indians who never touch their head each other. Um, in conclusion, um, we must understand that the first step in managing diversity is recognize and learn from other cultures, seeing everybody is the result of their own culture. So it's really important to increase our self-cross awareness, involving our attitudes um, in order to bridge cultures. Thank you very much.